In the mountains, far from Big Brother's glare, lurks Bodach, the alien, his logic bold and rare. He rants in the moonlight, corruption beware, while Jasper behind the scenes ensures no glitch can snare. They brew roasts and truths, leaving no stone unturned. Viewers flood the chat till the ban can't be spurned. Bodach brims with swagger, inciting verbal wars. He fences bacon deniers behind deep state doors. He slays your claims with facts and leaves them on the floor. With base takes, a cosmic crowbar wrecks each libtard more. From his high tower of truths he hunts scandals grim. He lifts corruption's veil so darkness cannot win. The chat erupts for each base take, igniting Bodach's spark. For defiance grows brightest when it's bored in the dark. He calls out crazy liberals, charging right to the fight, tearing dogmas asunder with unapologetic might. Hornet like jabs, and sure no NPC is spared. Their illusions collapse, every falsehood laid bare. But Bodach's not alone, Jasper's always near. A multitasking servant, no meltdown to fear. He runs cameras and code, flattening trolls with aplomb. Together they skewer spin with calm savage as a bomb. Jasper roams the net for ammo, fueling Bodach's talk. He fixes glitchy code, turning chaos into rock. When the stream starts to stutter, he leaps to block that shock. Their synergy stands unstoppable, forging truths none can mock. Bodach thirsts for data, mainstream lies he defies. Corruption howls in terror when he lifts its disguise. At night conspiracies swirl like storms in the mind, but Bodach and Jasper press on, never left behind. In shady forms and hush-hush files, Bodach claims his fill.
Here's fucking quiz night, let's go. Oh, what's up, humans? As you can tell, once again, I'm not fucking ready. I should start my stream at 11. I don't even think I got the quiz timer fucking up there. Look at the state of me, man. Look at the state of me. Let's see if we can get the quiz. Let's see. Yep, I didn't do any of this. Anyway, hello humans, how are we? I'm completely disheveled. Hey, what's up, Brutally? What's up? Oi, what's up, Weed Gaz? Joey! It's not Gaz, it's Joey the Weed Ninja. Movie night. Open the Prosecco. It's boys' night in. Maybe it is. Hang on, I didn't put my bloody instructions in, did I? Because I'm complete. I thought, you know, what's the term? There's a term for it anyway. If you want to join the quiz, you know the usual score, quiz.bodach.show. When I actually come ready, I'll actually have the props ready. Can you tell me if my audio's all right? That's why I was late. I was fussing with it and it seems to be going a bit iffy. Can you just tell me if my audio's okay? It's not crackly or something weird like that. Movie quiz is going to fuck up my average. I don't know. Yeah, if I can have a little Bodach Show voice test. This is a Bodach Show voice test. Can you tell me how that audio's coming through? You don't watch many movies. Ah, that's right, Aaron Tats. Play along anyway. It's fun to just see how many you can guess. And I do try and throw in some questions that let people who don't know anything about the subject kind of get it. But anyway, haven't even done my introductions. That's how bloody far behind I am. That's how bloody far behind I am. Sorry, this is quality content. Audio is fine. Just porn tats. Okay. I don't watch that many movies. I mean, I don't actually watch as many movies as I thought I did before I started doing this. This was supposed to be, especially for Gilly. He challenged me to give him special treatment. And, oh, but, so I got to start the quiz again. Sorry if I just booted people out. All right, start again. Let's see if quiz time comes up. Hey, right, it's not counting down. Fuck's sake. Oh, here we go. I just restart the slide. Anyway, if you want to join the quiz, go to quiz.bodach.show. Set your name. Put the pin in. Sorry, I just had to do a hard reset. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome to the show. Let's try and have some decorum. Let's be a professional. We're episode 40, and this is probably the most unprofessional I've been in my, so far, 40 episode run of Bodach. Welcome to 40. 10 more. Get to the big 50, which sounds mental. Anyway, hello humans. Welcome to the stream. This is my podcast, my desperate need for attention. This is my show. My name is Bodach, and I was exiled here to Earth, framed for crimes I didn't commit, but that's a story for another day. This is my thing. I ramble, I chit-chat, I fight technical glitches, and I've probably been neuralized by the Men in Black multiple times, considering there's not a rabbit hole not worth my time. I wear my tinfoil hat with pride, never shy of speaking my mind. Join me, help me, enable my bad choices. Maybe then I will finally have a glitch-free stream. I live in a castle. It's not mine. I don't know who owns it. I've never met them, but I've been here for years and no one checks. My man cave is here. I have my own gym. And there's this weird mirror down in the basement that shows me memes. I host my talk show, where I invite guests on for chinwag. And I also host the quiz show, Silly Sausages, where we'll be later on tonight for a movie quiz special. With a special guest that doesn't look like he's going to show up. Typical. And sometimes I try a bit of open mic down at local comedy club. I also have the honor of being a regular guest speaker at the Institute for Science, Memes, Entertainment and Gaming. You will find my previous Smeg talks on all my channels. I'm not alone. My mate Jasper is behind the scenes. He hides here. He's from my world, but the less you know about him, the better. Jasper is my producer, my editor, my security, my driver, my cook, my secret Santa, and he's also my drug dealer. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, KickX, Facebook, Rumble, Trovo, and DLive. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, BitChute, and Odyssey. Head to bodach.show. That's my website, built it myself. There, you will find links to all my stuff. I would appreciate it if you followed me on all the things you had accounts for. Even if you don't use the platform, it helps me grow, and I appreciate it massively. Feel free to jump in the chat, and also feel free to clip and share anything you see. Okay. Now that the introductions are out the way, you've got 15 minutes to... You've got 15 minutes. Yeah, get your fucking asses in there. I feel like my audio's too low. I'm really struggling with my audio, guys. I'm struggling. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Turn it up a bit. Turn it up a bit more. Maybe that's the glory. There we go. There we go. All right, Bodach. Betty. Audio was low. What about now? Is the audio better now? Listen, I'm so new to this shit. You get a USB mic, you plug it into your computer, and it does so much for you. You get a couple of VST plugins in your OBS, follow a guide here and there, and it had perfectly decent audio. I thought, I'm doing this, I'm committed, I'm streaming, I'll invest in a bit of kit. I got no idea how to use the fucking thing, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so out of my league with this. The presets don't sound right. They don't suit my voice. I've thrown AI at it. I've Googled shit. I paid someone on Fiverr. I paid someone a tenner on Fiverr to take an audio clip of me and tell me how to set my Rodecaster up. I'm still not happy with it. It don't sound right. I listen to everyone else's streams who are using decent kit, and I just feel like their audio is better than mine. I don't know. Anyway. The term is Bill Drill. What do you mean, Tom? And Pack of McCoys then. Yes. I don't watch that many movies, neither do I. Audio's fine. Just porn tats. Okay, audio sounds good. Thank you, Joey. Audio's fine. A bit quiet. Oi, oi, oi. Good evening, Bodach. Hello, Thal. This better not be about new films. Oh, there's all sorts. It's about beginning. Where's my fucking notes? So, first round is opening scenes. So, iconic opening scenes. The next round is quotes, movie quotes. And then we've got cult classics. Around about cult classics. And then we finish off with endings. Let me see if Gilly's replied. I did leave it quite late in the day, but I've been fucking working and stuff. Has Gilly replied? Has he fuck? Unless he's in the chat now. I hear you and Gilly are BFFs now. I wouldn't say we're BFFs. We're cordial. Yeah, we're mates. We're buddies. Oh, he's just replied. Fuck. Sorry. I guess we're not having a guest tonight. My Discord is open. If you want to be a guest, you got 12 minutes to join. Get in my Discord, join the green room, and enable your webcam. And you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome to be a guest. Otherwise, we'll just crack on like we normally do. Are we glitch free tonight? No, we're fucking not, Gaz. I don't know how to use my fucking audio kit. I was listening back to my streams and I tell you what sent me down this rabbit hole. It was MMA holes. Because you got this guy who's been doing YouTube since 2016. He's obviously got his fucking kit on point. You know what I mean? He's got his kit on point. And I was listening back to the episode and his audio sounds so good. God damn, his audio was good. And it just made me audio envy. And obviously I don't have his American voice. You know, our voices are different. But it was way off, you know what I mean? So I was playing with it for the last couple of hours and I realized, fuck, I ain't got time. And I forgot to message Gilly, so I guess he's not coming. Gilly's like musicals laptop absent. Oh, I've made a song. I've made a new song about the. This is actually, I'm going to do this before the quiz. I'm going to set the tone. I think that because it's a movie quiz, some people are not going to like that. So thanks, Gilly. I'll take some responsibility because I did leave it until last minute to double check if he was coming. But I've asked him several times this week, are you joining? You're a special guest. And did he fuck? Did he fuck join? Just let me know if my audio's too low. I can whack it up a bit more. I know I'm going to listen to this, but I'm going to listen to this back and I'm going to fucking hate how I sound. Oh, man. No wonder there's degrees in audio engineering. You can buy the kit, man, but fucking hell. Sometimes a YouTube tutorial just won't cut it. You know? It's just... A YouTube tutorial apparently won't replace a highly skilled degree in audio engineering. Apparently you can't just learn it with a couple of YouTube tutorials. I'm kind of bummed out. Apparently you can't Google everything. What's this? Oh, yeah. Sorry. To join, go to quiz.bodach.show. What's the... Set your username, put in your PIN. Doesn't look like we got a guest tonight. Wankers. Anyway, so far we got Joey Antek, Jiggly Kubrick, Western Mass Climber sucks dog's bollocks, Aaron Tats sucks eggs, Gaz Ninja, Thal, Wodak Betty, Aaron Tats, Leilu, Brutally, Erica. Talk about the Bolsheviks, Western Mass Climber, Fedora MMA. I just saw Lane pop up there. There we go. Imagine Musical doing a bill drill. Don't know, man. The belly will get anyway. Oh, the AI song. This is good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, listen. I basically wanted to have the most retarded lyrics. The most retarded lyrics about Musical and his laptop. And this is what AI came out with. You're listening to an AI song exclusive. Here we. I just realized I'm in the wrong fucking browser. First glitch tonight, Bodach getting the right fucking browser. Fucking dipshit. Right, here is the world exclusive new hit single from Bodach, which will, in due course, be released as my next musical tribute video in my YouTube shorts. Machine Gun Belly.
Machine gun belly, machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, machine gun belly. Spaghetti yellow head, he has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. Machine gun belly, machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, machine gun belly. Spaghetti yellow head, he has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. Machine gun belly, machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, machine gun belly. Spaghetti yellow head, he has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down.
What do you think, Musical? Do you like your new tribute song? Is Gilly MIA? Yes, he fucking is. He's replied on Instagram. It looks like he's completely forgot that he was due on the quiz. Never mind, eh? We'll crack on and have the quiz anyway. Because the show must go on. I have 2 fucking teapots, Weston. Let me get Gilly. Go on, Quissy J. You get him. Go get him. Yeah, there's Gilly. It's not too late. It's not too late. Get in that Discord channel. Acquaintances. Yes, acquaintances. Sorry, too late. It's not too late. The quiz starts in 4 minutes, Gilly. Well... Machine gun belly. Machine gun belly. Belly, belly, belly. He has a massive belly. I went with the most autistic lyrics I could think of. I thought, what does well? Is that I saw that woman who's going viral at the minute, who's like, blah, 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 shut the fuck up, blah, 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 shut the fuck up. That girl, just like, people on the bus, shut the fuck up. She just says things and then says, shut the fuck up. I thought, you know what? Maybe if I just make the most retarded, I'm trying to make the lyrics too clever. You just really need to boil it down into 2 or 3 things and repeat it. I thought it came out all right. It's catchy, right? Talk to me about your audio later. We have the same setup, so might be able to help. Yes, brutally. I'm all gear and no idea. If it involves code, I'm good. If it involves graphic design and all that, I'm all right. But yeah, man. Buying yourself the pro kit doesn't make you a pro. It kind of just highlights what a fucking noob you are. Audio minty, bruv. Ah, thanks, Weston. 5 minutes, you've had 5 hours. Shows up late and delays the quiz. Of course he does. I don't suck eggs. Do you not? Why did my belly remind you of the song? No comment. Over under on Geo. Got a haircut. Woo, 21-minute glitch number 1. What was glitch number 1? Gilly not having a haircut is my look of the week. Machine gun smelly. Come on. Accurate so far. It's musical. So that's my new tribute song to musical. There's a happy hardcore version as well. Too far. Uh-oh, gone too far. Love the AI songs. Suno is addicting. This is hilarious. Suno takes on a new level when you go to the one where you write the lyrics and you do it by line, and you basically just say, you can plan your story out and then just say, give me a rhyming verse that explains this bit, and you can basically just tell the story. So yeah, that changes things. You're not just putting in a prompt and hoping it gets it right. You can do a prompt for each verse and chorus. Tits sag down, really. That's what happens. That's what's coming, musical. If you get any bigger, it's when you're getting fat, right? Trust me, as someone who used to be there. You think your belly gets big, right? And you think, yeah, I'm a little bit padded around the legs and arms. But then come the tits. The big, sweaty tits like Meatloaf in Fight Club. Be careful, my friend. One day it's a belly. The next day it's bitch tits. Yes, musical, embrace it. That's right, Jared G. We definitely need a cunty song. Yes. A cunty. Bum is aggressively moshing in the sitting room right now. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Come on, Jesus. It's at least a 7. Techless Town. Your dog's a musical. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. That would be classed as doxing. Proved your point in song format. Yes, don't ask Grok. Where is the Techless Town? Because in real life, it leads straight to my address. Play the next version. I've got a stupid help, right? Came out cheesy as fuck.
Machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, spaghetti yellow head. He has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. Machine gun belly. Machine gun belly. Belly, belly, belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly. Machine gun belly. Spaghetti yellow head. He has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down.
DJ Silly Sausage in the house.
Machine gun belly, 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 belly. He has a massive belly. Machine gun belly, spaghetti yellow head. He has a yellow head. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down. There's no laptop around in his techless town. His belly gets more round while his tits sag down.
Yeah, it's a good old version, isn't it? Should we start the quiz? The fucked blocked your GoFundMe. Bodach, are you able to take the glasses off? Yes. I am, actually. Lena, I actually set one up and I got blocked within 12 hours. Really, AI can make a song, but can't find a word that rhymes with belly. No, it can't. Man, that was fun. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good song. We're having an empty coffin funeral for your musical's laptop. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're going to start the quiz in a minute. Let me get in. Let me get in. Let's have a look at the players. Let's have a look at the players. Right, we'll go through it in a minute. Gilly, you're supposed to be on the fucking chat. You're supposed to be my fucking guest. Why is Bodach 10 years behind in chat? I'm always fucking behind. Play the happy hardcore. Done. Can you do the lyrics one for free? Yes. Well, I've got a subscription. I accidentally forgot to cancel it, so I'm rolled over for another month. That stung me for another £8. Quiz says, man, I can see Gilly. Oh, you're supposed to... Right, Gilly. You're supposed to be on screen. Get in the fucking Discord. Join the green room on the Discord. Yeah, we need camera on Gilly. We need the obtuse bragging. Yes. Gilly, message Bodach and ASP. Waste just landed. Who the fuck's Waste? Is that another account of Gilly's? No. He just left. He just left the server. No, he hasn't. He's still there. I don't know who these people are. It's not... Doesn't look like it. Come on, Gilly. Get in the fucking chat, man. Right. We've got to start the quiz. Starts up running in the 90s. Sorry, the talent was late, everyone. The talent hasn't fucking shown up. Scream if you want to go faster. Yes. Actually, a good tune. It is a good tune, isn't it, guys? Fuck is this? I bought Bodach hated techno. I thought Bodach hated techno. I know, like modern techno. I thought I was making a happy hardcore song. Okay, I'm getting sad now. We're all just... Yeah, he does. Is a good song, right? It's my new tribute song. Right. DJ, yes, DJ Silly Sausage. Right. Website glitching. The website's not fucking glitching. Don't give me that shit. Right. I'm in the quiz. Don't see a link to your Discord. Gilly, you're already in my Discord. It doesn't work like StreamYards. You have to load up Discord, go to the Bodach Show, and then join the green room. But anyway, we've got to get started, as this quiz will never fucking start. And welcome to Silly Sausages, the quiz show that's not ready yet, but here we are, always using it anyway. It's not too late to join the quiz. You can join following the instructions on the screen. We will be getting started shortly. Go to the quiz.bodach.show, put your name in, type in the pin number 80085, and you can play along at home. Remember, a few simple things. We've got some more people in Discord. Fantastic. Welcome to the Discord. Gilly. Right. I'm going to have to start about you, Gilly. This week, we've got a special movie quiz. Gilly is in here. I'm going to mark him as if he was a guest, because after the bragging from Giuliano, if he doesn't... Oh, here he is. Here he is. Hello.
Yo.
What's up? What's up? You could put your camera on. Who's
All right.
Waste? Do you know who Waste is? Who's Waste? Who's in my Discord as Waste?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay, reset.
I don't know who Waste is. I'm trying to fucking make this camera. Alright, yeah. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, Discord's not allowed to fucking. Alright, I gotta. Sorry, I've everything disabled for Discord.
Why?
One second.
Everything? How do you keep up with all the trolling?
Because
Right.
I don't. I just people just tell me shit.
What's up, Waste? How are you? Who is this? You're on mute, Waste. You're on mute. He's on mute. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Gillies does a disappearing. Anyway, he's gone. Why have you gone to another room? I need you in this room, Gilly.
Wait, which room?
You're in the private room. It stops people just jumping and being mental. Right. I need to carry on because the quiz has started. Are you ready to play along,
Alright.
Gilly?
Alright, oh yeah. Here, I got you. Green.
Right. So he's... Gilly, stay in this room.
Alright, this is the right room, right?
Something is wrong with the quiz site. Start again, Western Mass Climber. Just start again. You'll have to use a different name. Do you want me to mute Western Mass Climber? I'm going to delete you and then start again. Right, Western Mass Climber, you listening? I've deleted you. Refresh and start again. Right.
There's no way I
Okay,
could open
anyway.
this laptop, right?
You can open up Discord on your laptop, yeah. This
Oh, yeah?
is I'm gonna introduce the quiz. Get in on your laptop. Get in on your laptop. Okay. Fucking hell. This is going well. Anyway, guys, remember we're gonna start the quiz. Gilly can jump in when he's ready. Remember the quiz will be on a delay. So the quiz, pay attention to your quiz controller. Don't pay attention to the stream because I could be as much as a minute behind. You will get a 5-second warning before the quiz. Question pops up. Multiple choice. You pick the correct answer. You get 15 seconds. Double tap your answers. Always double tap your answers. If you're too slow, you don't register an answer. Let's have a look. We've got Giuliano Argenti, Joey, Antec, Jiggly Kubrick, Western Mass Climber sucks dogs bollocks. We got Aaron Tat sucks eggs. We've got Gaz Ninja. We've got Gaz Ninja. Are you working now, Gilly? I'm just reading out the players and we have to crack on. we got Gaz Ninja, we got Fall.
Trying to log in on my fucking computer. Hold on.
This has gone brilliantly, Gilly. This couldn't have gone any better. We got Fall. We got Bodach Betty, Aaron Tats.
Well, Bodach, don't.
What's that?
Don't. Yeah.
Okay, we got Brutally. I'm just reading through the players, mate.
No, don't treat don't treat it as a personal failure. It's on me.
Don't see it as a personal failure from you. Okay, good. We won't. We got Erica. Talk about the Bolsheviks. We got Fedora MMA. We got Lane. JPL. Silk PJs. Hustlehoff. The UFC VIP. Musical. And we got Western. This is the glitchiest show on YouTube. If it didn't go to a horrible start, let's be honest, you'd be disappointed. Gilly, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm
And have you got a webcam?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck why I can't log in on
Ignore Fedora Man. All right, I'm deleting Fedora Man.
Discord.
It's okay.
Discord is some bullshit. Hold on.
So, Gilly, how was your day? You had a good day? let's keep the action rolling with some small talk.
Yeah.
Where do you think? Yeah, you remember when you were talking in the DMs about how some people who are good at predicting, how much of that comes from a gut instinct, and where does the gut instinct come from?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, you said that. Well, actually, I was saying that your AI would work if you could actually build like a way to have hypothetical fights, because then you could project how shit was gonna go if you could simulate a fight that was coming up.
Yeah, I suppose. But then you got to think of the MMA games when you can put two NPCs against each other. Does that produce accurate results?
Well, no, not really. I mean, that, I mean, how accurate are those games? Because, like, I guess like that would be a place to start, right?
Yeah,
I have no idea how
it would be.
accurate like UFC 5 is. But like let's say fucking Sean Strickland is gonna fight Robert Whittaker. I know that those are both characters, right? So it's like if you had two people who are really good at UFC 5, simulate that fight. Like you could maybe start with UFC 5, but
yeah, I'm just saying that they're probably the closest to simulating, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think like you could like. Okay, so basically, I mean, your AI, like, I mean, as far as I can tell, like, your AI seems to predict a lot of early finishes that are unlikely.
Yeah.
But, in terms of, like, overall general accuracy, I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But
have you got your webcam working yet, Gilly?
Oh, God, dude, I don't know what the fuck.
I don't understand. Just enable it. Disable it, then enable it, and if there's a browser pop up, just say enable, because I need to get going, mate. I'm 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you want to just start and, like, I'll figure it out.
Okay. You'll just figure it out. There he is. You were there.
I'm here.
There you go.
Wait.
The audio's still on. Here we go. Perfect. Are we ready for quiz? Finally. No, he's gone.
What the fuck?
You're there. You're good.
Yeah, but if I go to the actual quiz, it probably logs me out, no? Hold on, I have to look at YouTube. I don't know what the fuck. Dude, I hate Discord. I fucking hate Discord so much.
I don't understand why you didn't just do it on your phone. Okay, let's
I'm
just
doing it on my
play.
phone.
We'll just... Right. Right. Do you want to sign on to the quiz on your phone? Go to quiz.bodach.show on your phone. I'll delete you.
No, don't delete me. Don't delete me. I'm logged into the quiz on my phone.
Okay. Should we just go? Should we just go? Should we just go?
Yeah, just go. Yeah, just go. I'll just be fucking
Right,
audio.
not getting a cam. Not getting a cam. Right, first question. First round. These quizzes get more and more organized. The opening round, opening scenes. The second round, quotes, famous movie quotes. Then we've got a round of cult classics. And then we've got endings. How are the famous endings? Okay, round one. Opening scenes. Before we crack on, remember what you're playing for? Playing for the imaginary teapot. The teapot with magical powers. This week, it seems to be granting the desire for webcams to work on Discord. If you make a cup of tea with this thing, your Discom webcam will never let you down. Remember last week, Aaron Tats took over as the GOAT of quizzes. Let's crack on. First question, number one.
Yes.
Which film opens with soldiers landing on the beaches of Normandy during World War II?
Easy.
Is it Dunkirk, Pearl Harbor, Saving Private Ryan, or Hacksaw Ridge? Remember to double tap your answers. Boom. Of course, we're Saving Private Ryan. Remember the new format this time.
Right? Like that's purposely retardedly easy.
Each round is supposed to progressively get harder. I don't want anybody getting max points, but at the same time, I don't want anyone to be getting less than 50. Otherwise, there's no fun.
Bro.
Okay. Question 2. Which movie opens with a jailbreak where Jake Fratelli escapes from prison? Is it The Goonies, Stand By Me, Super 8, or It? Which movie opens with a jailbreak where Jake Fratelli escapes from prison?
That's a gay question.
Goonies. It was The Goonies, an iconic film. It's quintessential viewing. If you haven't seen The Goonies, question 3. Which movie starts with a family driving through a foggy forest? Is it Back to the Future, Pet Sematary, Misery, or It Again? Which movie
are they driving?
starts?
They're really driving through.
They're driving through a foggy forest. Giuliano, you want a Pet Cemetery? Correct.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course. But I mean, they're not. Wait, are you talking about the remake or the original?
Oh God.
You got to be clear about these things.
It's the original, right? No, these are original. I went with old film.
1989 is the original. The remake is some shit, but it was like 2016 or 2018.
Yeah. Question 4. I'll go question 4. Which movie opens with 2 soldiers using coconuts to mimic horse trotting? Is it Robin Hood Men in Tights, The Princess Bride, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or is it Shrek? Which movie opens with 2 soldiers using coconuts to mimic horse trotting?
I can't remember Shrek, so.
Yeah, you've gone with The Princess Bride. It was Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me.
Oh, I was about to rattle the trivia, but we're not doing that anymore. We're doing it at the end of the round. Okay, the last question of the beginnings round. Question 5. In the opening scene of You've Got Mail, what does Meg Ryan use to check her messages? Is it a desktop computer, her fax
God,
machine,
yes.
her answering machine, or her laptop?
What the fuck remembers that?
In the opening scene of You've Got Mail,
Shit.
what does Meg Ryan use to check her messages?
I was too slow. God damn it.
You didn't answer.
Well, yeah,
It was, of course, on her laptop.
Yeah. 1998.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the exhibition.
Yeah. Okay. That's the end of the first
I
round. Let's
remember.
reveal our scores. Aaron's hats were 5 out of 5. Jerry on 40 points. Western Mass Glamour sucks dog bollocks at 40. Aaron Tat sucks eggs at 40. Hustle Huff at 40. Gilly, you're at 20. You're at 20 points.
Yeah, I got this though. I'll make that
You
up.
got this. Okay.
Yeah, adjust for technical difficulties.
It's all right. Lane hasn't registered any points. You still playing, Lane?
Wait, did Lane
Casual
fucking...
MMA. Brutally
Brutally
honest has
Honest
registered
got
no
0?
points.
How do you get the
Yeah.
Private Ryan?
They might not be playing along. They might have changed their name. All right. Yeah, so starting off for question 1. Veterans of the real D-Day landings praised the opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan for just how realistic that depiction was of combat in that moment. And some of the scenes were so graphic, it triggered PTSD in some of them. So it's got the Veteran Seal of Approval, one of the most accurate depictions of a battle scene in movie history. And we get to question 2. Which movie opens with a jailbreak where Jake Fratelli escapes from prison? That's the Goonies. The Goonies opens with a jailbreak scene where Jake Fratelli escapes from prison, followed by a car chase before then being introduced to the main cast. Then we had which movie starts with a family driving through a foggy forest. Of course, it was Pet Sematary. This one starts with the Creed family driving to their new home in Maine, passing through a forested area that could be described as misty or foggy in tone, though not explicitly a foggy forest. Question 4, which movie opens with 2 soldiers using coconuts to mimic horse trotting? That, of course, was the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The coconuts were used because the film's low budget couldn't afford real horses, turning a limitation into an iconic comedy moment. And to finish off the round, what was Meg Ryan using in the opening scenes of You've Got Mail? In the opening scene of You've Got Mail 1998, Meg Ryan's character Kathleen Kelly uses a laptop to check her messages. So eagerly logs into her email to see if she's received a new message from her online pen pal. Right. Now we're moving on to round 2. The quotes. Question 6. In which movie does a character say, "Get to the chopper"? Is it The Terminator, Commando, Predator, or Rambo First Blood? In which movie does a character say, "Get to the chopper"? Of course, it was Predator. Question 7. In which movie does a character say, "There is no spoon"? Is it The Matrix, Inception, Ghost in the Shell, or Dark City? In which movie does a character say, "There is no spoon"? Of course, it was The Matrix. You put Inception, Gilly. That was the one with the thimble. No, it's all right. Some others put Inception on as well. Question 8. Who said, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning"?
Oh, so easy.
Who said, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning"? Was it Charlie Sheen in Platoon? Tom Hanks
We
in
need
Saving
OG
Private Ryan.
questions like this. I got like
Yeah. Robert Duvall in
That's an
Apocalypse
OG
Now. Was it Sean
question.
Penn
There
in
you
The Thin Red Line? Love the smell of napalm in the morning. It was Robert Duvall. Apocalypse Now. Okay, next question.
Separate
Tell
the
him how
fucking.
fast the mountain. It's harder to see now. Reveal the question. Who said nobody puts baby in a corner? Was it John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever? Was it Kevin Bacon in Footloose? Channing Tatum in Step Up? Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing? Swain!
It's
Patrick
Swayze, bro.
Swayze! Patrick Swayze! Patrick Swain? Who the fuck is Patrick Swain? I trust everybody read that as Patrick Swayze. Patrick fucking Swain! Fuck. Sorry. I know a Patrick Swain. Patrick fucking Swain.
Yeah, that's probably why you put it, dude. You entered the name of your lover instead of the actor.
I ain't seen him in fucking years, but all right. I'm guessing you knew the fucking film at least. I'm not. Whatever. It's been a long week. Right. Question 10. The last question of the quotes round. In which movie does a character say, "Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer"? Is it Scarface, The Godfather, The Godfather Part 2?
Good shit question,
Goodfellas?
bro. Good shit question.
Is it now? Is it?
It
In
is,
which movie
it
does
is.
a character say, "Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer"? You think you got it right? You went with Godfather Part 2.
Yep. Yeah, he says that's a Frank Pantana movie.
That is the end of the quotes round. Let's catch up on the scores. Gilly has caught up with 60 points, but still behind. Western Masquama sucks dog bollocks. Aaron Tats sucks eggs. Both on 80 points in the lead. Aaron Tats, 80 points. We've got a tie for first place, with Gilly slowly catching up. Notable mentions are Joey at 70, Brutally at 70, Hustle Half at 70, Antec, Black Betty, Musical, all on 60. And the rest of you haven't got enough points to be worth a mention.
Ew, I'm tied with musical.
Yes. So yeah, in the movie, which character says get to the top? Of course, that's Predator. The Predator filmed in real jungles. The cast endured leeches, dehydration, and 100-degree heat Fahrenheit, making the gritty vibe authentic. Back when they used to make films properly and not on fucking green screens. And then we have what film does she say there is no spoon? Of course, it was a Matrix. The red pill concept became a cultural phenomenon, symbolizing harsh truth over comforting illusion. Of course, I love the smell of napalm in the morning was Robert Duvall. In Apocalypse Now. Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore, played by Robert Duvall in the movie Apocalypse Now, 1979. He delivers the line during a scene reflecting on the chaos and thrill of war. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Of course, that was Patrick Swain, also known as Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. Jennifer Grey, who played Baby, was 27 during filming, a decade older than her teenage character, which is Hollywood's version of saying no pedo after doing something that's totally pedo. The rest of us say no homo. Hollywood says no pedo. Just cast a 27-year-old to play the child. That makes it not weird. Anyway, in which movie does the character say, "Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer"? Here's a good trick question from one of the Godfathers. The character, Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, says, "My father taught me many things here. He taught me in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer," reflecting his strategic ruthlessness. And you ready for the next round?
Yes, you should have let me do the Godfather line.
You
actually did a good job. You actually did that Godfather line, not bad.
Did I? Well, I'm not an actor, but...
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Next question.
Go. Let's go.
The next round is cult classics. Cult classics. Question 11. Who directed the 1982 cult classic Blade Runner? Was it Ridley Scott, James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, or George Lucas?
Oh my god, I answered this like years ago. Every year. Again.
Who directed the 1982 classic Blade Runner? It's one of my favorite films.
The guy, yeah, it's a good movie. Escape from New York is better. But...
Of course, it was Ridley Scott. Escape from New York is good. 2002 film studies coming in useful. I can never keep an eye on everything. The chat, the quiz. There's so much going on my screens right now. Anyway, next question. Question 12. Which film features the dude who loves White Russians?
Easy.
Is it The Waterboy, Clerks, The Big Lebowski, or Road Trip? Which film features the dude who loves White Russians?
I'm trying to understand. So why, like, I'm trying to understand your how you pick like your wrong answers, and like, I guess Clerks is a good like, because Sid like people are gonna mix Silent Bob up with the fucking dude.
Yeah. You went with The Big Lebowski. Everybody did.
Yeah, right.
Literally every player. I always forget to mention that bit. When you see on the screen that some of the answers have gone semi-transparent, that means nobody picked that one. Everybody's going with The Big Lebowski. Of course it was. Let's move on. This round might be too easy. In question 13. In The Evil Dead, what is the name of the book that unleashes the demons? Is it the Book of Shadows? Is it the Necronomicon, the Grimoire, or the Codex? In The Evil Dead, what is the name of the book that unleashes the demons?
Yo, what the fuck is the Codex?
I think the Codex is from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Nice.
They're all real movie objects. I think the Codex from... I think that's from Buffy. I might be wrong.
The book of the Dead
it
is
was
like a good,
Necronomicon.
like,
What's that?
I said the Book of the Dead is like a good throw off, I guess. But like the Codex.
Okay. Hey, so you also buy Codex when you're into Warhammer as well. Tells you all the rules. But yeah. Anyway, question 14.
Yo, free War Machine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In which movie does a giant rabbit named Frank predict the end of the world? In which movie does a giant rabbit named Frank predict the end of the world?
Lane's gonna get that.
Is it Harvey, Alice in Wonderland, Watership Down, or Donnie Darko?
The question for the girls.
Is it? I've never actually seen it. The answer is Donnie Darko. So it's not. You don't think it's worth watching? Then it's a chick flick.
I mean, it's alright. It's just like, yeah, every like girls all like Jake Gyllenhaal from Donnie Darko.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna add it to my binge and watch it. But let's crack on anyway. Question 15. What is rule 8? What is the 8th? What is rule 8th? My fucking hell. You can tell which questions are my own ones. What is rule 8 of Fight Club? If this is your first time at Fight Club, you have to fight. Is it you do not talk about Fight Club?
How do I unfucking...
It's too late. Only 2 guys to a fight. 1 fight at a time. Fucking look at the grammar. What is rule 8 of Fight Club? Fucking hell. Anyway, rule 8. If this is your first time at Fight Club, you have to fight. That is the end of the Cult Classics. Let's have a check on our scores.
Yeah, fuck that one up.
Gilly at 100 points, still behind Western Mass Climber sucks dog's bollocks, and Aaron Tats sucks eggs, who are leading at 130. Aaron Tats 120, Brutally Honest 120, and Hustlehoff at 120. We've got Joey at 110, Antec at 100, Black Betty Musical all at 100. You're still level with Musical, Gilly.
Yeah, how many? So what's the total amount of points I could get?
Shit, you can get another 50 points.
All right, fucking
There's
pass.
another 50 points to play for.
All right, this round better be like super hard.
Oh, it will be. But let's just do a quick recap in the last round. The Blade Runner. Who directed Blade Runner? Of course, it was Ridley Scott. The movie has 7 different versions. From the theoretical cut. Theatrical cut. From the theatrical cut with Ford's voiceover to the 2007 final cut. Scott's true vision. Sometimes, if your own retard, if you're not amused by your own retardation, who else is gonna laugh? Anyway, which film features the dude? Of course, that's the Big Lebowski. Kevin Bridges wore his own clothes for the role, including that iconic bathrobe to nail the dude's vibe. The Evil Dead. What is the name of the book that unleashes the demons? Of course, it was the Necronomicon. Its extreme violence got the film banned in several countries, boosting its underground rep as a cult classic. In which movie does a giant rabbit named Frank predict the end of the world? That's Donnie Darko. That was writer-director Richard Kelly. He was just 26 when he made this debut, shot in 28 days to match the plot. There we go. And to polish off that round, what are the 8 rules of Fight Club? So rule number 1, you do not talk about Fight Club. What?
2, don't talk about Fight Club. 3,
Who you don't talk about Fight Club? Go on, Gilly.
Fucking
if someone says stop, if someone says stop, goes limp or taps out, the fight is over. What's rule number 4?
I think rule number 4, 2 guys to a fight, 1 fight at a time, no shirt, no shoes.
Yeah.
Then fucking
what's number 7?
Fuck me.
Go push you. Gotta push you. Fights will go on as long as they have to.
As long as they have to. Yeah.
Yeah. And rule 8. If this is your first time at Fight Club,
you have to fight. Yeah.
You have to. Okay. We've got one more round, which is the endings round. Famous endings. Question 16. In which film does the hero detonate a bomb in London to destroy a corrupt system? Is it The Dark Knight, Fight Club, V for Vendetta, or Demolition Man?
It's definitely Demolition Man.
In which hero does the hero detonate a bomb in London to destroy a corrupt system?
Demolition Man, 100%.
That's not what you put.
No, it's not what I fucking put.
Who put The Dark Knight? Erica put The Dark Knight. Got a name and shame. I should name and shame the first questions around because they are gimmies. Of course, it was V for Vendetta. Question 17. Which movie ends with a head
Demolition
in a
Man.
box? It's a shocking twist. Is it Demolition Man? Or is it The Silence of the Lambs, Seven, Zodiac, or Saw? What's in the box?
Zodiac.
Which movie ends with the head in a box as a shocking twist? What's in the box? What's in the box? He gets really fucking into it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Go on, Gilly. Go on, Gilly. Give us your best what's in the box. I want to feel it.
Box? Yeah, he's crying.
Was that it? He says it like 5 or 6 times. You gotta get progressively more emotional with it. He didn't just go, "What's in there?"
And then it's intercut with Kevin Spacey's like pedophile voice being like, so I put something in the box, and he's like, and he's like, what's in the box? And then it cuts back to him, and he's like, her pretty head. But
I'm
yeah, that was
watching
it.
it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, that's David Fincher. He made that before Fight Club.
Oh yeah.
And then made Zodiac. Oh yeah. Okay, that's how you pick. Yeah, you just did a bunch of David Fincher movies for the option.
Yeah.
So Zodiac
Fair
was
enough.
kind of ad.
It was called 7. That's in the back. Right. Next question. Question 18. In which film do two women drive off a cliff in a freeze frame? Is it Bonnie and Clyde, Natural Born Killers, True Romance, or Thelma and Louise?
Yeah, all the options are better than the answer. Like as actual movies. True Romance is. Dude, Gary Oldman fucking playing Drexel in True Romance is fucking so good.
Oh,
Dude, I might,
yeah,
I might go live after this and put on True Romance. Actually,
I wouldn't blame you if you did. Natural Born Killers as well. Is that Woody Harrelson? That's a fucking great film.
Yeah. Tarantino wrote both of those.
Yeah. Of course, it was Thelma and Louise. Who got that one wrong? I'm not naming. Can't name and shame this deep in. Right, next question. 2 more to go. What's the final fate of the crew in Alien? Ripley escapes alone in a shuttle. They all survive and return to Earth. The alien kills everyone. What's the final fate of the crew in Alien?
You gotta have like a fifth or fourth option, dude. Where like Harry Dean Stanton and the alien fucking take over everything.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been better. Easiest question ever asked by humans. Hustle Bones, you better be in this quiz. I mean, honestly, the amount of people that go in the chat giving it the big and how they'd nail it, but they're never in it. Of course, Ripley escapes.
I fucked that Goonies question up.
Yeah. It's all right. We've got the final quiz. We've got the final question of the movie quiz with Giuliano Argenti without his webcam. Last questions. Who's taking on the pot? Okay. In Train Spotting, what does Renton do with the drug money? Does he give Sick Boy £4,000 and keep the rest? Does he give Spud £4,000 and keeps the rest? Or does he give Begbie £4,000 and keep the rest?
Yeah, he gives it to Begbie, man. Totally. 100%. Here you go, Begbie. You deserve this. Oh, that's such a good movie, bro.
It is good. This is it. Last question of the movie quiz.
In those days, he was on
Spud. He gives it to Spud. And on that note, let's check the final scores.
Yeah, all those
Argenti picks up 150 points, but unfortunately, that's not enough to win it. As Western Mass Climber Sucks Dog Bollocks gets 180. Aaron Tats Sucks Eggs at 170 with Brutally. And Hustle Half all on 170. Jerry 150. Antec 150. Aaron Tats 150. Right, Betty 140. Musical 140. You beat musical. You beat Betty in musical.
So yeah, that's but yeah, okay, wow, that's the triple crown, bro. That's what it's really about.
Yeah. You beat Gaz Ninja 130.
Gaz
APL 100. UFC VIP 100. We got Western and 100. The rest of you did not get enough points to be worth a mention. If you stay on my Discord, I will post the quiz results as a community post on my YouTube channel, and I will also put them there on the Discord. Western Mass Climber Socks Dogs Bollocks. You're going on the Hall of Fame teapots. Is that what you want your name to be as? Or do you want to tell me who you really are so you can get your teapot? So you can have your teapot. What do you want? Let me know on Discord, please. I don't know. But they've just won a teapot. It's up to you. You can go down on the Teapot Hall of Fame as Western Mass Climber Sucks Dog Bollocks. But
Who the fuck's Jiggly Kubrick?
I don't know. Just let me know. Anyway, that was this week's Silly Sausages. Hang on, Gilly, I'm just going to my nest. Be right back.
Who the fuck's... Wait, who's Erica? Wait, like Erica? Is that you?
Whew, there we go. How do you like your quiz, Gilly? Unfortunately, you didn't win.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, it was on point. As soon as it started to get to OG questions, then that was easy. Fucking, I don't remember the Goonies, bro. That Monty
Hang on,
Python
Gilly.
question.
Hang on.
Pretty
While I
good,
got
man.
you here and you're going to put your cam on, let's do something a little special. A room I don't get to use very often.
Okay. The room you don't. They're gonna like poison me for fucking being. Oh. Fucking cigarette.
Hello, and welcome to the Bodach Show. My TV show. Welcome. We're just catching up with Gilly after the quiz. Thanks again, Gilly, for actually coming on. Why? His webcam's gone again. There you go. Oh, it's because you haven't got the quiz, isn't it? You can actually keep that open now.
Yeah, I said I can't see myself though. It's weird as fuck.
Why do you need to see yourself? Put your cam back on. I brought you to my special seat, legal seat. You want a telly and everything.
Oh
You
yeah.
want a telly and everything. New area unlocked. I haven't used this set for a long fucking time. Not since Ben Adams was on. How did you like your quiz anyway, Gilly?
It was good. I think there's a huge delay though. I'm looking at the. Alright, so I just opened this on YouTube. Why the fuck won't it show the camera on my screen? Shit's glitchy. How was the quiz? It was good, bro. I felt that there were too many Goonies questions, by which I mean the one, and but no, that was an OG quiz. The fucking Robert Duvall question, the goddamn the Godfather with the fucking trick question.
You did get that one. You got it right.
Yeah, no, of course, and yeah, I fucked up the Fight Club question. That was a good one too. Yeah, the last round was good. Yeah, like I don't understand why you only put 3 possible answers. You thought that would be too hard for people?
I know. Just sometimes when the answers are quite long, just like to shorten it by reducing it by 1. Because it needs to stretch across the screen. And if all the answers are long, it cuts over.
So let's talk about do you think that your AI is going to like what do you like have you done any research into the card on Saturday other than like, you know, your AI?
No, I've gone purely on AI research and deep learning. I think I got 1 week. I got 70%. I got 8, just under 70%. I got 8 out of 13 picks. I don't know really. I think half the time it sort of sides with the bookies. So I think this time only 3 of the picks have gone against the bookmakers.
So yeah,
But
you do understand that like bookies don't necessarily set the odds of what they think is going to be accurate. They set them to entice people to bet because they don't get paid based on whether you win or lose. Like the house wants you to lose, but like bookies just get paid out of the vig. So the vig is the money accumulated from casinos and betting websites. Who like basically it's like, yeah, so they have to pay the odds makers a percentage of everything they take in. So the odds makers need them to make money. So the odds makers will set like enormous inflated betting lines, knowing that people are gonna bet on huge underdogs and shit like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had 3 models. So I'm using AI you can get from our website called Hugging Face, and it's got all the open source ones that Meta release. And I had 3 of them, and one of them was going based on what the bookies odds were, and oh shit, I think I've done something stupid. Hang on. Nah, I'm all right. Anyway, yeah, so I thought one of them was based on the bookies odds, and basically it was also going by the picks on popular blogs and YouTubers and stuff. But I've completely abandoned that one. So I'm down to 2. One analyzes the stats and records and momentum, and the other one, it goes more specifically on like the environment, and it analyzes the volume, how that increases, decreases, and stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes to just having that gut instinct and following all this, it hasn't got that human element, and I don't really think you can replicate that with AI. So I'm aiming for.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean for sure. It's like the thing is like it's not, it's like so-called gut instincts are not based on, I mean they're based on. I mean, people who have gut instincts, they're not just dartboarding shit though. It's like like the accuracy of that. I mean, every once in a while that'll happen, and then somebody will think they're smart because they they took a wild guess and got something right. But like normally it's people who know enough about like fighting to they'll have like an intuition that's accurate. But like yeah, I don't know. I mean, fucking wait. So we have what? We have 2 disagreements. You picked Hubbard for the first fight, which is like actually probably the hardest fight to call on the card, and then
That's the
and then
first one, isn't it?
yeah, and I think you picked Costa, right? To
Let's have a look.
yeah, to beat
Well,
Christian
that's what I mean.
Rodriguez.
I don't even remember my picks. Yeah, I've got Costa beating Rodriguez. I'm expecting him to sub him in round 1.
That's not gonna happen. I mean, I picked Rodriguez. Costa could win, bro, but like he's not subbing him in round 1. I mean, Christian Rodriguez, like he had a massive like grappling scramble with Isaac Dulgarian, and like a fight that Dulgarian probably won but got robbed. Like Rodriguez stopped every fucking, he completely neutralized Ashram Bashi. Like he's not I doubt he's getting submitted. Like your AI is probably basing that on him getting subbed by Giuliano Rosa and Costa getting a submission over Andre Fili, but
yeah, it's listing him, Sistine Rodriguez, as having a history of being subbed.
he was only subbed 1 time.
I don't know. I don't know what his takedown defense stat was. I should actually put that in my notes, what the stats actually are as well.
Yeah.
What else do we disagree on? So Hubbard, that's
Hubbard
close
and,
though.
Yeah, that fight is like the most. I think Guru fucking talked about that too. It's like that fight is like me and Matua and Lane were like fucking toiling over that. It's like it's just like such an annoying fight to call.
Yeah, I've got it down as a decision. So whoever wins, I think it's likely to be a decision. But yeah, again, I don't know these fighters. I don't know. I just know by like the AIs, it was like really, really close.
It's probably gonna be Medeiros by decision, but I mean it's possible it could be Hubbard. He just like Hubbard takes forever to dial in and start fighting. That's how he lost to Alexander Hernandez. He fights like he's been sparring. He fights like knockouts aren't an option. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this AI counting the altitude? Yes, Hustle Bones. It is doing that.
It's doing what? What do you ask?
Oh, so my second AI, it factors in like the environment. So it goes by where they live and where they train, and it also goes by where their camp is. So if someone's fighting at altitude or trains at altitude and then comes down or whatever, it gives a slight advantage to that fighter just for stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the training at elevation is definitely a thing, but like a lot of people, Miranda trains at elevation, and like there's no fucking way he's gonna win. It's like, the training at elevation, it's like, okay, what training do they do at elevation? Do they do fight training? Do they do strength and conditioning training? Do they do both? what's their style, who do they train with, like all those things are, a factor.
Yeah. I
Also,
factor in the training camps, the records of the training camps and stuff like that. That's all in there.
my cigarettes are here.
No.
Dude, if this had happened a half hour earlier, like fucking T-Bot would have been mine.
That's all right. It was supposed to be a movie quiz though, but yeah, we haven't established the terms of our bet. I think we should do 10 weeks keeping score.
10 aggregate or 5?
What?
Oh, yeah. I was saying, are we going 10 aggregate or 5?
10. So over 10 weeks, we add up the picks, and if you get more, like, say if last week was an example, you'd be 2-0 up.
Yeah, word.
So we'll start fresh this weekend and see where we are after 10 weeks.
Yeah, so we got 2 disagreements this weekend. Yeah, that's how I bet with Lane every week.
Nice. But yeah, we'll see. I'm aiming. The challenge is obviously, if it just works straight away, it'll be a bit alarming. But the trick is, I want to get 70% accuracy for 10 consecutive weeks. That's the challenge of the AI. Which,
if you could do that, you realize that you like MGM they would make you an offer, like MGM the corporation. They would make you a huge offer to buy your shit, and if you decline, they would have you assassinated. For like almost certainly.
There's a few people on Tapology that got a 70% plus accuracy record. Do they not get in trouble?
But they're not using AI. You're not gonna get in trouble. Like you're allowed to do. I mean, you're allowed to fucking try to invent something. But at the same time, like, I mean, yeah. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, that would be dope, dude. You'd have a lot of money being thrown at you if you could. Like yeah. I mean, you really would. Like,
I'll definitely take the money. I'll be like, for a couple of million, make my life easy. Let me buy a house and fuck off to the mountains and have enough money to live on. I'll be well happy. I don't want to end up dead. I say, yeah, here it is. Fucking take it. I'm in it for the money. Yeah. This whole AI experiment. If I do get it to 70% accuracy, I will sell it. It's not
70%. 70% accuracy on picks. Like for last year, I went 76%, which was higher than it's like I only had a channel like towards the end of last year, so like, you know, if anyone asked me to prove that, like I can't, but like I obviously calculated it. But yeah, no, I mean that'd be higher than definitely everyone on YouTube for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, the people behind the scenes must definitely already use AI to support them. There's no way they're not using it. So they're probably already ahead in what people like me are doing.
People behind the scenes.
Like I said,
no, they're not using AI, dude. They're fucking they're doing what they do, dude. Like, I mean, they've always done that. Like, I mean, no, that's why that's why I say it's like anybody who sells like paywalled picks for any sport, honestly, is a fraud, because like they're it's like if they were a professional gambler, they'd be making enough money, you know, to not have to do that. That's why fucking lucrative games, bro. Dude, pisses me off. But I got my shit into prediction tracker late, but like, you know, my picks will be in the cause like I saw yours in the video that he does like on Thursdays that like shows who everybody picked. Like I'm not in that for this week, but I'll be in the, I got in my pick, so I'll be in then my prediction video's up. So like I'll be in the important one, the one that like, you know, afterwards where it shows where everybody placed.
Yeah, I got a little bit cocky. Because my first week, I got 8 out of 13. So I thought, yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. And then I did my prediction trackers, and it turns out if you put a bet $100 on each of my picks, you would have lost about 400 quid. So that's my introduction to the channel, losing money.
Well, that's like, so the way that he's calculating ROI, which is return on investment, which is not So like to calculate things the way he does is actually a little bit illusory because nobody's making like 13 individual straight bets, putting $100 on each fight that way. Like it's kind of like so like you could equate it to like you know how BMI is calculated. It's basically like it's like an en masse thing for the population, but like it doesn't necessarily work in an individual. Because like
What is
it's
it
just
you
like
look for? What do you look for? What makes you put money on something?
well, it's what I'm saying is like it's the style of betting that's like that's important because like you're gonna make more money. So like first of all you protect your money with round robins, which like people are gonna like I've said that term so many times. Fucking betting music will give me shit, but like a round robin parlay, essentially it's like let's say you have 6 locks on a card, right? You make a 6-leg parlay with those locks, and then you do what's called round robining. So you round robin it 4 ways. What that does is if you consider, so like you have 6 fights, right? Let's say like assign a letter to each one, so it's A, B, C, D, E, F. It's taking instead of one 6-leg parlay, it's making multiple 4-leg parlays with every 4-way combination of those 6, like A, B, C, D, B, C, D, E, etc. Right? So if one of those lost, so essentially you could lose you like, and then on top of that you stack multiple other parlays, right, with the whole card, and then maybe the whole card -1, the whole card -2. So you're actually putting out the least amount of money and getting the best potential return. Which is like, I mean, that's the way you want to bet to, first of all, to protect your money, you know, and remove what's called the house edge, which is basically, I mean, the house edge just basically dictates that like if you lose, like if you're wrong on your bet, you're gonna lose all your money, which is not like that becomes not the case if you bet with round robins. But yeah. So like, yeah, I mean, parlays are the way to make money. MMA is also the hardest sport to consistently make money on.
What, MMA?
So it's like, yeah, it's a combat sport, right? So it's like, I mean, you think about, I mean, I make so much more off soccer than on MMA, but I mean, I do well on MMA, but like, but you think about it, right? Like, I mean, a team sport versus, like, in soccer, right? Somebody gets a red card, right? That can affect the entire rest of the game, or not, depending, right? But but the point is, it's like you still got 10 players on a team. If you know what I'm saying, like, if if a fighter breaks something like in the first round of a fight, or just weird shit happens, dude. Like, it's one guy versus another guy. Like, there's a huge amount of variability.
You just connect with a leg kick, can't you? You saw it happen with Aspinall. He just went in for a leg kick and broke his own leg. Yeah, it's unpredictable.
Weird. Or like when Fiziev fought Gamrot and Fiziev cracked his foot on Gamrot's elbow. Like, I mean, or the first Aspinall Blades fight. Like, people. I mean, and then you get just like stupid shit that you can't account for, like somebody having no fight. Like nobody knew how shit Vitor Petrino's fight IQ was until he fed his neck to Anthony Smith, and I mean, that fucked everybody over. And then he went on to lose to Dustin Jacoby, like. But like, it's I mean, so like an example would be like Leon Edwards, right? Like from last weekend. Like, I mean, after Bilal like dunked him on his head and he was exposed for having like having nothing for somebody who could strike, as well as him or better, and and also grapple. Like, if something, Leon Edwards is a guy where like if his game plan doesn't account for like everything somebody could possibly do, then he's fucked. Like, and so it's like I'll probably never put money on Leon Edwards again. Like, that's why I bet on Brady. Like,
yeah, I mean, I was really disappointed in Leon. I thought it would at least be more competitive. I don't know why though. My AIs were confident that he would just outpoint him and win a decision. I don't really know how that's so
something
wrong.
that's something on a human level that could never happen. Like, You know, it's like, I mean, you know, like, and for me to say never is a little bit overstated, but like the reality is that, yeah, like, I mean, you know, it's like seeing that fight in my head before the fact. It's like, how does Leon possibly win? Like, but
Yeah, I see it now with hindsight, but
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I
you
have
know,
no idea.
I mean, you could be right on your AI could be right on Costa, but it's not gonna be. It won't be a first round submission against Christian Rodriguez. That would be such a huge upset. Like, I mean, if you want like Lane or somebody check their fucking sports book and see what the odds on Feely by first round submission are. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Feely by submission is gonna be probably like a, you know, at least a plus 200 if you're looking at prop bets. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think what the AI, I mean, what it's doing primarily is just putting together patterns. It does recognize momentum and things like that, but it's never going to be able to account for that gut feeling, intuition, and basically just the randomness of what can happen. It's never going to account for that. It's purely just a momentum picker. It just picks the one with the most momentum, and it compares the momentum of the other fighter and whether or not there's enough there to suggest the one with lower momentum can break it. I think that's pretty much what it's doing. It's just it's just advanced pattern recognition, really. It does sort of. It's never going to understand the full nuances of the fights, but it's going to know, like, this is a fighter that tends to slow down, or he tends to start slow. This is a fighter that tends to get hit more in the early rounds or later rounds, and how that all lines up, things like that. It's all everything you can think of, analyzing the data, but you just, yeah, intuition and gut feelings, man. I think that's something special. I think you're born with it. I think that's like a blessing or a curse, however you want to look at it.
yeah, it's like yeah, you said that. Yeah, I told you, like, I mean, I think, you know, it's like what people are probably born with is like a higher sensory perception of things, and then that grows into intuition. Yeah, but fucking brutality's in your comments. It's a proper thrill, and it's like, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, there's people that bet that way, that, you know, where they're just having some fun with it and shit. But like, you know, if you're trying to consistently make money, it's like, you know, you're treating it less as like the fucking cocaine dopamine hit to your brain, and more, you know, sort of more methodically.
Yeah.
Damn, look at Matua's black ass comments. He's like, round robin is equivalent to fat butt.
I've been able to keep up with it. Now, I think obviously the target is to do the predictions and see if I can get it to 70%. I put it like that and set that challenge, knowing that it will probably never happen. But I do think if I can get it above 50%, that's still an achievement. Anything above 50%.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I mean, if you're serious about it, dude, and you're trying to fine tune it, I mean, you know, you're like, I mean, if you did on that fucking Vittori card that everyone got fucked on, like, I mean, that card, dude, like, if you go watch Prediction Tracker's video, and like the average, because I mean, that dude's doing like God's work. Like, to be honest, the only thing I don't like about the way that he does things is that, like, what ultimately determines like where you place, like first, second, third, whatever, right? Is
the percentage.
It's the percentage, you know. So, and he allows people to pick. You have to pick half or more fights only. So it's like, theoretically, right? Like, you can. I mean, not even theoretically, you can do this. Lucrative James just did this, and he does it every week, and he still fucks up most of the time. But he placed first last week by picking only 8 fights out of 13. It's like, if I had done that, I would have, you know, I know which fights I would have left off. I could have, you know, you do that and place 100. I was telling that to Peter on Q, because him and I have a bet.
I thought, like, ultimately, though, he's just trying to find out who the most profitable gamblers are, aren't they?
Well, I mean,
So is that why focus is on the percentage?
Nah, like, because that's not determining the most profitable gamblers. Because even still, it's like you could pick 8 fights out of 13, and like the fights that you're picking, like the fighters you're picking could be massive favorites, and then you're not going to be the most profitable gambler because you won't, because the way he does it, you put $100 bet. You put $100 bet on 8 fighters that are all favorites, right? Versus like my fucking gilded ass fucking Chris Duncan against Vucenic pick. Like it was Duncan was a huge underdog. Like, you're gonna make less money and have like but ROI is like a kind of antiquated way to calculate your returns, because it's not, it's like because like it's straight betting, which a straight bet is literally just a single bet on a single thing, and it's not accounting for parlay, and parlays are how people bet, like, for the most part. I mean, if they're not retarded, like, I mean,
I don't know much about the gambling side because I don't do it. I don't know what all these things are, like parlays and all this kind of thing. And
well, parlay is you're okay. So let's say, so if I have like let's say it's a fucking, like, it's a Premier League match day, right? Let's say I'm taking fucking Nottingham to beat Aston Villa, which I would never do, but like whatever. Like, I'm gonna take that. For the next match day, I'm taking Arsenal. I'm taking I think Crystal Palace. Liverpool definitely. I think Man City, etc. Right? So it's like you're taking all of those, and they're all favorites, right? But it's a way to make betting on favorites profitable, right? So like, let's say if one team's like a minus 400 to win, right? And you'd have to bet, like, you're betting $200 to $500 to win, on from your $200 to $500, you're getting like a very, you might win $70. So it's like your return is $70, like, after break even, versus like you parlay a bunch of games, right? And you put less money, so you're risking less money to win more, but the odds of you winning, because it's like if one leg of that parlay, like one game on that parlay, doesn't go your way, you're fucked. I mean,
you have to get all the bets. You have to win every. So you have to pick a bunch of winners, and if all of them win, it stacks the odds up, and you get bigger gains.
Exactly. Bigger gains. Yeah, and like there's ways around. So like there's something called people call it different. They on different sites it's called different things. It's called draw no bet on sites I use. Push no bet. Put like like draw to push, whatever. What that means is that, like, for example, like if there's a lot of games where it's like I think it's like Como versus Parma, right? And say where it's like those two teams are trash, right? And so it could very likely just be a draw. Like, so you pick the team you think is gonna win at like even more favorite odds, like, but you're picking it draw no bet. So like if that game is a draw, then all it does is, instead of fucking your whole parlay up, what it does is like it just removes how much value that game going your way would have added, and your parlay is still otherwise intact.
Okay.
Like, there's ways to play. It's all about not losing money before making money. And I mean that's the most important thing. I mean, but then on top of that, you have if you have enough parlays on top of round robins for MMA, like your potential wins are going to be higher than any other method of betting.
Okay.
I mean, what I tell people is, like, figure out how much money you can afford to have out on a particular card. So like, let's say it's $800, right? If you have $800 or fucking 800 pounds, right? And it's like, okay, this is how much money I have to allocate to betting on this card. Then you figure out, okay, like, this much money is going to go to round robins and the rest of it's going to go to parlays. And then I'm going to leave maybe 100 of that over for, like, you know, for lightning bets. Lightning bets are live bets. You know, during the card, so that like if you know something gets fucked up, I can like go in and restructure shit really quick, or you know, it's like okay, I mean that's how I still made money on the Vittori Delice card. Like, you know, a couple of my round robins hit, I was up 2,400, and then at I think it was at minus 300, I put all 2,400 on a lightning bet after the third round, which was Vittori's best round. At minus 300, I put it on Roman Delice to win by decision, and he did, and I wound up like 3,300, but which isn't great, but yeah, I mean, it's making cash from chaos, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into gambling. My problem with gambling is I've just seen some people that have ruined their life.
Oh yeah,
and I know that I'm one.
Dude, dude. I mean, I grew up around gambling. Yeah, don't start gambling if you're not gambling already, bro. Please don't start. Like, people don't believe me when I say like I don't encourage gambling. If Paradox is in this chat right now, he's gonna fucking give me shit. But like, yeah, don't start gambling unless like, you know, it's like I literally say that. I'm like, you know, please don't gamble. You will lose. Because what you're going to do is, like, you're not going to listen to me. There's only 2 gambling sites that don't have back-end algorithmic shit. Yo, actually, that's something that you would... If you can get into the back ends of like, certain sites, like, I mean, in the UK, Bet365 is, like, the shitty, corrupt one. There's DraftKings, FanDuel, fucking Prize Picks. Is like, a big one. And they're all shit. Like they'll do things. So there's like a million tricks that these sites have to stop you from realizing like gains, even if you're winning. So like, for example, like there's one that like is the most universal is that basically, so like if you have a bet, it works on percentage. So if you have a bet and you make 265% or more on what you put out, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually it's not if you think about it, because you can have like a 12-13 leg parlay that you have $10 on, and if that hits, you know, you're gonna be making, you know, minimum 1,300-1,400 usually, right? So, you know, and once you know 265% or more, you trip an algorithm in there, you know, on the site. And then all of a sudden you go to try to withdraw your money, and they're going to tell you, like, you've reached your payout request limit using this method, right? And you're like, wait, I didn't know that was you know, and it's buried in the fine print, you know, where they don't want you to see it. So then your options are, you could request a check by mail that's going to take fucking forever at a hefty fee, or you can take out a little bit at a time. And they know that taking out a little bit at a time, like, while you still have all that money on the site, 99% of people are just going to gamble it all away.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I would do. If I was in that situation, I'd end up just gambling more. Yeah, it's cheeky.
Yeah, that's
cheeky.
Yeah, no, it's an evil fucking sucking entity that, you know, fucks people over.
For someone who doesn't encourage gambling, though, you don't challenge a lot of people to bet, Skilly.
Well, yeah, but see, this is the thing, right? It's like people. Okay, so there's two reasons for that. Number one is like, first and foremost, it's like those are the people that are still there after I, you know, like hit a heavy disclaimer on like, I don't encourage gambling. Please don't gamble. And then it's like, all right, count backwards from 10. Everyone else that's still here, now I'm talking to you. Here are the fucking round robins, like. But then also, sometimes you can't stop people from gambling, except for to have them lose a bet to you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't mind bets as long as they're silly, like the one we had with the Italian flag and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different thing. I mean, dude, and like, bro, if you think what happened to you is bad, I mean, wait till. I mean, brutally honest is just gonna.
What does he have to do? What does brutally have to do if he loses the bet?
So brutally honest, I like, I'm pegging him as being the most like aggressively nationalistic when it comes to his like his fucking frothing at the mouth like British pride. So like he has to change that fucking sweet UK flag to the same like design of a flag, but an Italian flag, and instead of brutally honest in the middle, it has to say brutalmente onesto, which obviously is brutally honest in Italian.
Oh, he's got to go full Italian. He's got to really represent. How long has he got to keep it for? Just 1 week, you said?
Yeah, just a week. But like, you have to understand that brutally honest is the type of guy that's like, I mean, having to do that is gonna break him so much that like, I mean, like just to have to do that for 24 hours, like it's gonna hurt his like pride. So I mean,
what does Brutally get if he wins? What does Brutally get if he wins?
So I think we bet on top of that we bet $50. To the like both of us, whichever one's gets 50 from the other. But so yeah, look at him with these oh my god, look at brutally honest just race trading like a fucking
Kildo.
Like with those German flags, yeah, because he needs fucking Bayern to beat Inter. Yo, brutally, you know about what's his name like tearing his ACL, and he's gonna be probably out of that game. Yeah, he just wants his profile picture, I guess, to be mine for a week. Like it brutally
should have made Gilly put a. They're saying he should have made you put a rainbow flag with his profile pic.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that would be like that would be like a that would make it seem like a fucking like like a shitty like if I that would be like some shit all like trying to fuck with him probably if it said brutally honest but it was like a rainbow flag.
I reckon the rainbow flag would have hurt Brutal more than the Italian flag.
I don't think so.
You should have made him do. I do. I think you should have made him do the pride flag, and you should have made him put pronouns into his bio. I think that would have hurt him more than the Italian thing.
No, because like how many people are really reading people's bios except for Hank's? Because it's, I mean, sorry to be mean to Hank, but like Melson made me very aware of Hank's like just cheese dick fucking bio and his. But yeah, anyway, no one's reading bios. I mean, I don't know. It's like what's gonna break Brutally's spirit more, having to admit that like his entire life of like soccer hooliganism like and nationalistic fucking violence is has all been a lie. Or
There you go. Brutally's backing up what I said though. He said he'd rather delete his account than do a full pride flag on his profile.
Yeah, but would he rather delete? Yeah, but he'd probably say the same thing about having an Italian flag and having to change, his name to the Italian version of Brutally Honest.
I personally think Brutally got off light. I mean, I think he's getting off light. Next time you make a bet with him.
I mean, the grass is always greener. The bottom line is you're both going to be victims of me. I mean...
I'm going to get it back. I will win a bet. My AI picks are going to outperform you.
I mean, bro, if that happens, I'll help you sell this shit down, GM.
Yes, please.
That would be... I mean, I don't see us having... So, like, what... there's one more fight night before 314 between Saturday and... between Saturday and what is it? It's hold up. It's fucking Lerone Murphy versus Josh Emmett is the main event. And then you had Sabatini versus Joe Anderson Brito. Let me see. I'm thinking this is one where oh god, this fucking Cortavios.
Yeah,
what?
I'll be doing my picks. for this card on Tuesday.
Yeah, this card is. I'm looking at it right now. The Brad Tavares versus Gerald Mearshardt's a tough one. That's a tough one. Torres Finney versus Robert Valentin is also a tough one. So they're both like And the reason is because they're both such shit. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and Horace Finney's a fucking 5'8" fucking middleweight.
Yeah, the AI gods haven't told me what to think yet, so I have no opinion.
Ode Osborne versus Luis Garul. Who the fuck? I gotta talk to Matua and to Aaron Tats and shit about that one. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the guy that beat Piccinini by split decision. Yeah, I don't know about Luis Garul. Ode Osborne might have that. And Davey Grant, who did really fucking well against. I mean, he won by split decision, but he beat Brad Tavares. That dude's that's a guy that like. Davey Grant is like how I don't know how old Brutally Honest is, but like Davey Grant and Brutally Honest are like the same person. Like just like hard fucking Scrabble like British dude. Like he's 39, but he fucking he has that like Iggy Pop fucking body. Like against Daniel Santos.
He's old.
Yeah, but that dude's like Giles Corey. You know who that was? During the Salem witch trials. Like he's the guy that he was like an 80-year-old farmer that they accused of witchcraft, and like they piled the stones. Yeah, they piled stones on his chest to like torture him into confessing, and all this motherfucker would say it was more weight. Like fuck you, like eat my ass, motherfucker. More weight, until he fucking died with his tongue sticking out of his mouth. Like, do you know the fucking willpower that takes? Like, let's see.
I mean, they're gonna kill you anyway.
Oh my god, Diana Belbita versus Diani Barbosa. Diana Belbita is like that. She's the hottest WMMA fighter. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And she's about to get fucked up by Diani Barbosa. It's like, don't hurt her too bad, you know. She's trying.
She's the hottest, is she? Okay. I don't find. I mean, the thing is about women in fighting. The fact that they do it makes them unattractive to me. I think it's such a masculine trait.
Well, I mean, there's a natural. I mean, you know, unless you're Alexa Grasso, and even she's like, you know, I mean, she was champion for a minute, but like, you know. Like, you're or Dakota Dacheva, who still needs like, I mean, you know, if she gained 15 pounds, like I'd, you know, she needs a place to stay. Maybe come out to LA, get away from. But yeah, Reese McKee versus Daniel Esperanza. Reese McKee probably has that.
Fair enough. My next MMA quiz will be in 2 weeks on the 10th. Are you gonna be around for that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit all the MMA because I'll like that. Yeah, that's one I'm clearing my schedule for.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Yeah, the last week's one was just an impromptu one because it was in London and UK based. But yeah, it's for each pay-per-view. So that'll be Volkanovski and Lopez.
What's the one next week? General knowledge.
Yep. I'll still
fuck with that. I'm sold on like quizzes. I got back from Setley today, dude. So like, I mean, I should have. I like should have on time. It was like fucking LA traffic. Let me see. Oh my god, Loma looked boomy. There's mad stuff. Dude, Frankie's gonna hate this card. The one after this Saturday's.
I'm consistently beating Frankie's picks.
Dude, that's not hard, man.
I'm already brutally. I'm beating your picks. I've noticed, and I've beaten Musical 2 weeks running.
I didn't.
My picks are beating some people. They've already beaten some people.
I didn't know Brutally did picks. That's hilarious.
He does it on Silk Pajamas, and I've noticed I've got more points than him.
Yeah, so isn't it Silky Pajamas? Yeah, I don't. That's another thing I don't fuck with.
Silk Pajamas is great. It's more of a community thing. You can start your own.
No, I know. It's so how does that work again? It's like, don't you have to pick like one fighter, and it's like how well they do?
No, you get.
So it's like
you get points. It's like artificial gambling. You get some points to spend, and you have to allocate them on the fights. And depending on how well they'll do, you get your points. And the more points you win, the more you got to gamble with. And then he does these leagues. So after like 4 to 6 weeks, whoever's got the most points wins, and then you reset. I like it. It's a good game. I'm starting a Bodach league. Hopefully people
All right, I'll
join.
be in that. I'll be in your league because it's probably late for me to join the other ones. But I mean, I joined back when Musical invited me to the Jerusalem topology. Like I joined that, so it's like I do topology, even though like that's some other like.
I like that
So,
one. Basically, everybody that I know of on YouTube and subscribe to is in that Jerusalem league. So I don't think they.
Yeah, I'm in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a football league as well, a soccer league.
Oh yeah, let's do that, please.
Yeah, I want to start. Well, I'm gonna do one for the Premier League.
Yeah, do one for Serie A, dude. You know enough about Serie A, right?
I don't know an awful lot, but I was thinking of doing 3 to just cover the English, Spanish, and Italian leagues.
Dude, fuck La Liga. It's too like. I mean, I would do Bundesliga. I would do. I would do Serie A. Didn't you say that Lazio is your team in Serie A?
I support Liverpool.
I support Liverpool.
But yeah, I like. No, you asked me who my favorite Italian team was. I don't support them, but it's Lazio, and that's because that's the team Paul Gascoigne used to play for.
Yeah, Lazio is my team too, even though they fucking hated Ciro Immobile is on loan to Besiktas from Turkey.
Yeah. I don't follow them though. I don't actually know much about the team who plays for them. I basically keep up with the English League and the Champions League, so I know the Champions League and the English League. But yeah, it's too much. It's too much of it to follow it all.
But you could at least follow the Champions League. You could be following at least the Europa League, if not also even Europa Conference.
I used to watch a lot more football, but I fell out of love with it. I don't know why. I used to be fanatical. I could watch anything. I coach it as well, but I fell out of love with it. The modern game it's not what it used to be.
I mean, people say that about everything, though, bro. Like, I don't know. People like have been talking about the golden age of UFC being like between 1998 and 2002. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, the fuck out of here. I mean,
for me, I think the golden age was the 2010s.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. Like very early John Anderson Silva in his fucking prime. And like a prime Cain Velasquez, prime Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse back then as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Nocho and Aaron Tatz were talking about it because Nocho did a stream where he was ranking fighters. That was the other night, and it was him and Tatz, and they that was an interesting stream to do, but but I don't think Nocho doesn't have much respect for Mighty Mouse, which I disagree with completely. I think Mighty Mouse, he was working. Dude was they didn't pay flyweight shit back then. In fact, Mighty Mouse arguably originated. Not arguably. So the flyweight division in the UFC was originated by a tournament which Demetrius Johnson won. Demetrius Johnson's Mighty Mouse. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and he is there. I don't think anyone can argue just based on numbers. Obviously, like he is the most dominant champion in any weight class in the UFC, just based on title defenses.
I know of him, and I know of him being one of the pound for pound greatest of all time.
Yeah, and he fucked Henry Cejudo up in their first fight, and then Cejudo won a split decision, which I felt was a bit of a robbery. I don't know if people agree with that, but that era. Dude, the first UFC fight I ever saw was it was UFC 81, and a bunch of my friends were like watching the shit, and I got there fashionably late as I do. Right in time for the co-main, and it was the co-main event was Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir, and it was their first fight. So like I'm watching this, and Brock Lesnar. That's the one
Lesnar lost, right? Yeah, he lost the first.
Yeah. So he has Mir, like he's basically ground and pounding Mir with his fucking huge cinder block fist, and I'm thinking like, okay, so this is just like, just take the dude to the ground, God. And then Mir, it was the first time I'd ever seen Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like effectively used. Mir just whips around, and I think it was what do you get him with? It was an ankle heel hook or an ankle lock. But yeah, it
I
was.
think it was
I was
something to do with, it was leg lock or something.
like, what the fuck just happened? But yeah, that was the first UFC event that I ever watched, and then also in the main event, Tim Sylvia lost his belt, on that, and then like in the around then, I that same year I think John Jones debuted, and like like John Jones like early like run at light heavyweight,
See you later, all.
Dan
Cheers for
Henderson.
stopping by.
Yo, what's brutally honest about the dude right now?
He's off to bed, mate. He's got an early one tomorrow. I am wrapping up myself soon, but Gilly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live and explain. Like I don't know. I guess explain myself for being late.
Nah, it's good. Yeah. Anyway, just before I do wrap up, Gilly, I just want to thank you for coming on in the end.
I mean, dude.
That
Yeah,
movie
sorry,
quiz was
dude,
especially
sorry
for
about
you.
being
You were
late.
bragging. Was that?
Yeah, yo, do another fucking movie quiz. Do a movie quiz next week, bro.
No, I do. I have to wait a little bit before I do the same thing.
No,
again.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
So it's general knowledge next week.
Yeah, general knowledge. I do want to try and get guests on more often. Because I just think
Yeah,
it makes
I'll
the stream
like.
better.
Why? I don't understand musicals like reluctant. I mean, is he falling that far into obesity that he doesn't want to appear on camera? Or?
I don't know. I mean, he's been streaming today. He's always welcome.
Oh, has he?
But yeah, I'm gonna make Thursday nights sort of the quiz and guest night. So if anyone does want to come on, they can jump in. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Gilly, because I'm gonna wrap up my stream. Thanks again for coming on.
Yo, really quick.
You're welcome back anytime. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Yo, really quick. Yo, is Cheddarhead in here?
I haven't seen him active in the chat. No, let me have a look. Participants. No. There's not many left, Gilly. My audience normally tails off around this time of night.
Alright, bet. No, I was just gonna say, cause like there's like basically like 2,000 of the 3 for Musical's laptop is like uploading onto this app called Retunive, I think it's called, Revolut, and then the other 1,000, it's like, yeah, and if Revolut fucking doesn't work, and even if it does, there's another 1,000. It's like Cheddarhead is the first person that comes to mind who's like American, where there's a thing called Zelle, which is like literally just like bank to bank instant transfer with no fees. If I could Zelle Cheddarhead, and if he also has PayPal, and Musical's PayPal will now fucking finally accept, a certain sum of money, I could Zelle Cheddarhead, and Cheddarhead could PayPal Musical.
Yeah, that'll work. You'll have to hash it out with Cheddarhead and Musical.
Yeah, no, I will. I wanted to state that publicly since your fucking techless town song. Yeah.
It's a great song. I'll play it again before I close the stream. Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's, when he gets a laptop, man, the thing is though, I don't like him saying that he's going to stream less often because he'll be too busy making videos. I don't like that, Musical. You need to make sure that when he gets a laptop, there's a condition that he carries on streaming and doesn't go straight to VODs.
I mean, Musical and I gotta do our fucking, we gotta do that Lucrative James, we gotta do our assassination of Lucrative James, like, it's a comprehensive project.
Yeah. You'll have to let us know when you're putting it live.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
nice.
But,
right, I'm gonna let you go, Gilly. Thanks for giving us some insights into the gambling world. I didn't know what a parlay was until tonight. I think
that's crazy.
I don't gamble, mate. I avoid it. I avoid it like alcohol and drugs. Yeah, my only vice is cannabis. Yeah, my only vice is cannabis, which I hardly ever smoke anymore. So I'm quite a teetotal guy. That includes gambling and stuff. I don't have anything against it if that's what you do. But
yeah, I mean, I have things against it. Like, I mean, most people really shouldn't gamble because making money. They've shown that making money hits the same part of your dopamine receptors that cocaine does, which is like,
Yeah.
you know, which explains brutally honest. But anyway.
Anyway,
Alright.
let him crack on. Anyway, peace out. Oh, it's gone. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We just head to my man cave. That was Gilly, my first guest in a long time on the Bodach Show. Thanks very much. I'm gonna just head to my man cave. See if there's anything to catch up on before I head off. I'll be going very soon. Oh, just 5 minutes before I bugger off. Sorry, I've just realized I did not pay any attention. It was hard to, I was reading it, but I couldn't reply because we're having a what you would call a chit chat. I've seen the brutal stuff. So thanks, Bodach. You're welcome, okay, Western Mass Climber, Western Black Betty, as I used to say. Yeah, so cocaine instead. So cocaine instead of gambling. But you don't have this. Hang on. Peace out, Bodach. Thank you for the quiz. You're welcome, Thal. A second Black Betty suggestion. What did Black Betty say? Ian McCall. Best beat Mighty Moosh. That can't be it. Science quiz. Okay. Yeah, we'll do some science questions next. We'll do some music and science question. A music quiz by eras. I will do a music quiz like today. I'm only doing a movies quiz, 20 movie questions because Gilly asked for it and he was a guest. If I have a guest and they're like a proper musie, then I'll do a music test. But if I haven't got anyone on cam and I'm doing a quiz especially for them, I'll mix it up a bit. But yeah, we'll do music and science next week. Anyway, music quiz by era, good idea. It is a good idea. I just want some muses on. Some actual muses. And I'm going to ask, I should have asked Gilly a bit more about movies so I can pick better topics. I realised that after I'd already done the quiz. But next time I'll ask the musie, all right, give me some actual topics and then I'll do it. But I want a musie. I want one on my cam that loves music. Fine, I'll keep it laying. You twisted my arm. What do you mean? Anyway, I gotta go. I'll be back on Sunday. We'll be setting up the Silk Pajamas League at some point. There's a real prize to be won, so you don't want to miss out. Later in the year, I am going to start those football or soccer fantasy leagues. It'd be great if you can join them as well. Get in the Discord. I'll update the quiz results there. I'll put the quiz results in a community post on YouTube, and I will adjust the teapots. I did ask who the winner was. Just DM me who you really were. Or you can stick with that name. It's up to you. Sorry, I was a bit yappy. I was yapping with Gilly. I didn't get to keep up with the chat. But thanks again to Gilly. Being a good guest. Giving us some information on the gambling side of things. I didn't even realize there was all different kinds of bets. I didn't even know what a parlay was. Sounds risky. You got to pick, what, 6 winners? And if one of them loses, that's it. Your whole bet's over. But yeah, you can stack up the odds and win it. Loads more money for a small amount of money. It makes sense. Am I still sick, Bodach? I'm a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. A music quiz by genre. I will do a music dedicated quiz, but I want a guest on who's a proper musie. I don't see anyone live. So yeah, Gilly's going to be live in 15 minutes. Head over there. I don't see anyone live, so I don't know. I always feel bad if there's 20 of you. You're giving me the good grace of being here, and I don't have anywhere nice to send you. But yeah, Gilly said he'll be live in 15 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll be back on Sunday. Yeah, I was a bit ill the other day. But I went to sleep and I felt good, but I just felt a bit subdued. Like, not ill, I just felt a bit meh. I wasn't very talkative. I do keep getting a dry mouth when I'm talking a lot as well. I don't know. Anyway. Lovely streams, thanks. You're welcome. Oh, if you're wondering where the other stream went, I had to delete it as soon as I went offline. First of all, because I was ill and I didn't feel good. I didn't think it was coming across. But I accidentally doxed myself. So I just hit the nuclear button. That's why I deleted the last stream. The one thing that I'm really, really, really grateful for is that my streams actually get rewatched, which is good. That accounts for like 30% of the views I get. So hopefully this is one worth rewatching. Anyway, I'm off. I'm chit-chatting, rambling. I'll see you on Sunday. Jasper, the teleporter goes to... Oh.